Chips backed up heavy, that's a bad headline. They said, sir, be careful. I said, watch me go. I run the pressure game, I just steal the show. 48 hours, yeah, I set the clock. You either open up or I rock the dock. People call it risk, I call it a deal. Big moves only, that's just how I feel. Open the strait, or I will. Big ships moving, you know the drill. Push one button, overkill. Nobody does it like me. Nobody will, nobody will. Open the straight, be smart. You don't want the second part. Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the top. I hit the top. Yeah.
It's so funny. And it's good.
Tough fine line. Yeah, I've seen it before, but they fall real quick when I raise the score. All caps typing, yeah, I mean every word, say it loud enough. The whole world's heard, Ella sitting quiet. I call him out, if you're not with me, what's that about? I say, we're winning, and I repeat, turn the pressure up, feel the heat, open the straight, oh, I will. Big ships moving, you know the drill. Push one button, overkill, nobody does it like me. Nobody will, nobody open the straight. Be smart, you don't want the second part. Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the top. I hit the top. Tick tock, clock don't wait. I decide the final stage. Say my name, dominate every move. I escalate. They said no. I said watch, flip the switch, tight in the notch. World stage, stand the spot. I take everything. You go with the straight.
Oh my God, dude!
Big ships moving, you know the drill. Push one button, overkill. Nobody does it like me. Nobody will, nobody open the straight. Be smart, you don't want the second part. Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the top. Open the straight, or I will. Big ships moving, you know the drill. Push one button, overkill. Nobody does it like me. Nobody will, nobody open the straight. Be smart, you don't want the second part. Lights go out, engine stop. When I go big, I hit the top. I hit the top. Whoa. I hit the top.
So AI video is catching up with AI music, which is already top notch. I could play you several songs that I just had AI write for me, and I will tell all of our listeners that who will hear this.
Right.
I was a professional musician. Paul spent a little time dabbling in that too, getting paid to play music. But this is obviously AI music. But when you look at the video quality is getting better. It's getting closer to 1980s VH1. It is, and it's really amazing. But the ability of AI to write music. I had a song I used Suno today. I wrote with a one sentence, just one sentence prompt, and published it to
Really?
Suno.
Did you
Very good stuff.
What did you use? Copilot or what did you use?
No, the Suno. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I can pull it up.
Pull it up,
Let
dude.
me
Yeah.
separate the screens. Yeah, let's talk about where AI is going, because everybody else will talk about Alex Jones, and we'll get into that shit. But hold on, Suno. Profile. Well, let me find my profile. Got it. All right. Let me share the screen with all of you. Sharing. Now, let's do this was a one sentence explanation of what I wanted AI to do with music. Let's play it.
Got a corner booth and a fading cap.
Get the
Brim
out of here.
intact.
1920s jazz.
On the lapel of a threadbare suit.
I asked for Juno to be patriotic, Paul.
Like they're ready to move. Smoke curls up like a marching line. He stirs his drink, says I'm doing fine. Cards on the table, back to the wall. Eyes on the door like he's waiting on a call. Raise your glass for the old campaign, for the boys who rode the rattling train, from dusty farms to the ocean rain, then all the way back to this little lane. Tip your hat to the ones who stay, and the ones who sleep where the poppies sway, in a smoke-filled bar where the trumpets are. We still stand up for the stripes and stars. Oh yeah.
All right, so that's a preview. You can find the rest of that on my channel.
That is so freaking awesome, dude.
And
that was one prompt?
That was a one sentence.
So what was your prompt? Did you say,
I want
write
a
me a song for the genre of this and that?
Yeah, I want a 1920s smoky jazz bar in Prohibition to talk about. I want them to sing about patriotism. And boom, that's a one sentence prompt. No, I'm very good at prompting AIs. I am.
Yeah, me too.
I could have gone much farther, but I was trying to prove a point to people on the internet that are like, I don't want to watch AI TV shows, or I don't want to listen to AI music. It's like, listen, the music's already there. The TV shows are only a year away, and you're not going to know.
That's right.
You're going to be so entertained.
Yeah.
You're going to hit the like button, and you're going to love it, and you're going to subscribe.
I got to tell you something interesting. We might have talked about this before, but it's so funny. I used AI to write my proposal on this $60 million thing that we're doing, right?
Yeah.
And the government said, be advised, just so you know, we'll be using AI to, check for compliance on your proposal. And I'm like, really?
Really? Really?
Hold my beer, dude. Watch this.
We know, but my AI is actually better than your AI, so fuck off.
Oh my god!
That's where we're at. And just, I understand people need to deal with it, and I understand. There's still going to be live musicians, of course, doing their thing, and they'll be good or they'll be bad. Movie actors, I don't know where live movie acting. I'm not sure. There will still be some. I think they will move to Broadway. Live acting.
What do you mean?
Because movies, in general, 10 years from now, some person one of your kids or one of my kids can just produce. And it might take them a month, but produce an entire movie.
Right. I got you now. I'm trying
no need for actors. But so will actors still be a thing? Yeah, live. I think live. I think Broadway or Chicago or Los Angeles in the theater. I absolutely agree that they will still exist. And a lot of them are going to move into AI art too. So to everybody that's a hater, listen, you can hate the Walkman and say the compact disc player by Sony was better, but we're just moving forward. That's all.
Right.
That's all.
The Walkman.
Oh man.
Bro, did you have one?
Of course I did. Yeah.
I had the Walkman Pro.
Really?
Oh yeah. A girl I was dating at the time bought it for me for my birthday, and you know, I'm like, hell yeah.
Did you bake her mixtapes?
Oh my God, Sean! I gotta tell you, we were cleaning out a bunch of stuff. I found a whole plastic container full of my mixtapes that I made off of reel to reels. Right? I'm talking Bad English, Duran Duran, you know, just about Everclear, everything. And it was all, you know, man. I look at these cassettes and I'm like, holy shit.
Well, you know what? Sidebar on that, magnetic tape was actually better than solid discs
Oh
as
yeah.
far as recording memories
Oh yeah.
of
I
whatever
had
it
a
was.
Nakamichi, which was the reference standard, you know. I had a Nakamichi cassette player in my 1965 F100 pickup truck.
The original Ford
and,
Ranger.
and it was so crystal clear. You know, I had the 6x9 Serwin Vega speakers in a box, you know, behind the seat. It was a single cab, and oh my God, it would just vibrate the seat. It was so clear. It was just awesome.
You know, what's interesting to me was that when I don't care whether it was Chevy or Ford, or any of the foreign products that when they decided, holy crap, everyone rips out our shitty systems, our shitty radio systems, and puts in a sound system. And
Oh yeah,
now like when you buy a
yeah,
car, it's all premium audio. But they just didn't give they didn't give a shit. They're just like, I'm gonna give
right,
you
yeah.
a car or a truck and fuck you. And so we all ripped those things out and put in some other system that actually sounded good because I can't dude, the systems were so awful.
Awful. Yeah,
I was like, really, you couldn't have charged 200 more bucks and put in some decent
yeah.
speakers.
And the thing is, a lot of the factory stuff on the new cars is is ripping. There's no need to upgrade. It just sounds great. My
My 18-year-old
2022
Toyota
F-150,
has a
I love
subwoofer
it, dude.
from the factory.
Yeah,
And now before that we didn't have that kind of audio quality, but even my 18-year-old Toyota has a subwoofer from the factory. Yeah,
really.
they didn't give a shit. They did
Right.
not give a shit
Yep.
about audio performance. They thought they were selling you something else, and everyone's like, "Well, I like your something else, but the problem is I can't listen to this fucking music because it sounds
Right.
like an 1860s phonograph."
That's exactly right, dude.
All right, man. So I got I gotta get your opinion. Before I give mine. Alex Jones, Megan Kelly, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, they're all they're all anti-Trump, and I think they're about 2 years too early for their fight that they're gonna do, but they're all anti-Trump now. They're all anti ending the Islamic regime, which is a little weird. Let me let I I'll give you as much time as you can give me.
So I actually don't believe that Megyn Kelly is anti-Trump, as she is anti the decisions that the Trump administration is making, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
I think, she's got a guarded relationship with Trump, but at the end of the day, her issue, along with other pundits, are the way this thing is being handled and how things are going. It just that's just the way it is. And I think uh I'm I hate to say it, Sean, I'm a little disappointed in Hegseth. I I He's a war hawk. I mean, you know what I mean? He's
Sure.
like the what's his name from Carolina, and Jack Keane on Fox News at 83 fucking years old goes, "Yeah, I think we need to keep the war up, and that would bring the leverage to bear." Well, thank you, but shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and I guess that's all right. Let me start here with I don't think any of them know what they're talking about, and I
They
don't.
don't. No, they just
And, and,
pontificate.
and so mom doesn't argue with me often, but she just there's a thing that happens in human nature where humans just determine they hate something. So Catholics hate something, or Christians hate something, or people hate Christians
Oh, yeah.
because they believe that Christians are supposed to believe in something, which might or might not be true. And I was explaining to my
No, but
mom, it's like this is a lot of what you're seeing really is just hatred of Trump and not really looking at what the situation is. And I even told my mom, hey, look, I don't know what the presidents have known about the Middle East because I don't
right.
have that clearance, starting with George Walker Bush, then George Bush, then G Dub, then Obama,
Yes.
and the reason we've been doing this for almost 30 years. I don't have that information, but from the information I have, Mom, this needs to end, and I want it to end in a spectacular way so that we have 5 generations before the Islamic regime can rebuild. 5 generations would be about 100 years, 20 years per
Sure.
generation typically.
Oh, that's right.
And that's what I want to happen. And I told my mom tonight, if Trump doesn't end the Islamic regime, I'm going to be just as pissed off
Uh,
as I was with
Dude,
Obama, with G Dub, with George Herbert. I will be like, we're we're done. We're done. Where do I sign up to help you
right.
guys with the Civil War? Because
No, 100%, bro. You hit it. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man.
and I think Trump is trying to do that, and Hegseth, and I think they're all trying to hit that stride. And that's where we get into. all of the influencers that are all against Trump on this. And I was like, well, listen, no, you're in it. We're in it as taxpayers. Can we finally win a fucking war for the first time since World War II? Please? I just can't. I can't. I can't deal with it. Did you? It's incredible. Did you see?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see? What's even more funny?
Right.
Hunter Biden, who needs a lot of money,
Oh my God, dude.
he threw out. He's like, I want a cage match.
Yeah.
Eric.
I
Tom
want
Jr.
a case. Let me in. I should be there in the inner circle.
Well, yeah, but don't you think he just says, "Oh my God, I could get this on pay-per-view. I could make a bunch of money." He can't possibly. It doesn't matter who wins the fight. He's so broke that he's
Yeah.
looking for anything.
Yeah.
Right?
That could be, Sean. That's right.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
What
pretty
else
clever.
what else is Hunter gonna do? I think he's 14 or 15 million dollars in debt. His dad can't help him.
Wait, what?
Yeah. 14 or
Get the
15
hell
million.
out of here.
Yeah. And his dad obviously doesn't have the money to bail him out. And so he's in some big issues. Bankruptcy is not going to help him with some of that. It will help him with a lot of it. And, yeah, the dude's just he thought his dad, well, like most presidents, his dad's name would just keep him rich forever, and he's obviously the Bidens are
Yeah.
not helpful to the
Right.
movement anymore.
Yeah.
So they're not getting any free money.
No, and they shouldn't.
What's weird is the Clintons still do. They get money through the Clinton Global Initiative.
Do they?
CGI, yeah, Clinton Global Initiative. Oh yeah. They still get lots of funding through that. Chelsea Clinton is the CEO of that, I
Didn't
believe.
realize that.
Yeah. Not the Bidens. They find the Clintons, well, at least the progressive left, find the Clintons still worthwhile, but not the Bidens.
Holy smokes, dude. I had no idea.
Yes.
And I consider myself not naive, but holy shit.
Well, and that brings up a good point. So, mom's obviously, she's got Trump derangement syndrome about that much. It's a lot, but it's not this much.
Yeah.
And she was talking about Trump starting World War III. Well, we can get into that or not get into that later. But what I told her was like, Mom, what you're not seeing, or I said, what you are seeing is people like CBS and NBC are just absolutely copying and pasting Iranian media, Iranian state media, not independent media. And I said that's really disappointing. And she talked to me tonight. She was like, "Well, the strait's closed." I said, "No, it's not really closed." She said, "Well, Iran's charging them money to go through it." I said, "That's hilarious. How will they do that?" And she's like, "But it's happening." I was like, "No, slow down.
Yeah.
No, they can't. Those are crypto farmers just sending out emails. Just No, none of that's
Yeah.
happening. And I
Yeah,
said,
come
but
on,
but,
dude.
but if you're
Right.
watching CBS and NBC, you're not getting verified information because CBS and NBC have become a place where they will just repost information from Al Jazeera or RT, Russia Times, or other places. They don't go journalist anymore. They don't go verify it anymore. They just repost it. And I was trying to explain that to her, and she's like, I she's like, I don't. She didn't want to argue with me, but she's like, but CBS told me. I was like, well, CBS told you wrong. I I don't know. And I even showed her more evidence, but whatever. The
Oh, yeah,
TV,
if you want and you know what? It wouldn't take much digging at all. You know what
it
I mean?
doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just sad that I don't know, 2 or 3 million per channel million Americans fall for the American media. And all the American media is doing is reposting Al Jazeera or RT.
Yeah, with no
And
due
not that
diligence
you
or anything.
and you and I have talked about this. So Al Jazeera and RT, Russia Times, actually, if you VPN to a country of origin where they actually are, they actually produce news. But the American version is total propaganda.
Right.
It's so easy for
I mean, really, at
us.
the end of the day, that's what it is. Yep.
It's no different than our American AM radio system that we pump into every country of the world. Don't look. We can't lie. We totally pump propaganda into the world too. That's part of the game. But just for CNN or CBS or NBC or Fox, just go. Oh my God! Al Jazeera said the Strait is closed,
Yep.
and they don't do any journalism to verify that.
How are they doing all of these things? And uh, it just doesn't make sense to me, Sean, that they're doing all of these things and trying to, I don't know, legitimize it, I guess. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It just makes no sense at all.
Well, I'm watching it. Of course, I'm watching it, but time to- here's here's where I'm looking at it from Paul. So all of this, I see people our age all fighting on the internet about it,
Right.
and I see young people, whether it's Nick Shirley. I hope he's successful until he's not successful.
Yeah.
It's just the way the internet works, but
Yeah.
Uh, uh, that my observation is that young people don't give a shit about any of this. They
I don't
literally
know what
care
you
about
mean.
like
Say
what
that
I have.
again.
So the young people, they don't care about any of this. The young people are like, why the fuck do I have to have 8 roommates to live without my parents?
Oh, yeah.
The young people are like, why the fuck do I have to pay in pick a city? Why
Yeah.
do I have to pay $300 a month for a parking tag to park outside of my house?
Right.
Why do I have to pay, right, all these taxes?
Yeah.
And they're like, look, I don't care that the boomers had They bought a house at 35 or
Yeah,
65 or even
yeah,
95.
whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. That's great for them. But I can't
Yeah,
even buy a
yeah,
house
we're not saying
because
anything against that.
right, they're like, "I can't even buy a house because houses now are 500,000 to $1,000,000 for something way less than, in the 1970s and '80s, true,
Right,
would have been able to be bought for 35 grand."
right.
And they're like and they're making an honest observation of this, and whatever, the internet's like, "Well, fuck you, work harder." And I'm like, actually, they're actually kinda right. Right, because there's no way
Right.
1920s house that's never been upgraded, that has two-wire electric, we can go down the path. There's no way that thing should be worth
No way.
$750,000.
Yep. No way, dude.
And so, yeah, just everybody can go fuck themselves. I just can't. I can't. And so I'll argue with them sometimes, Paul, but Jesus, really? I mean, can your kids buy houses?
Uh, well, hmm.
Without you, can your kids buy houses?
Yeah. So I have to say, my youngest son, who just got out of the army, used his VA loan and bought a really nice house in Saginaw. It's modest in the Metroplex.
I'm
He
talking
got a
about like
good,
a
yeah,
two-bedroom
he got a good
ranch or
interest rate. Yeah.
okay, you're talking about like a two-bedroom ranch or something like
Now,
that,
three
three-bedroom.
bedroom, two bath, maybe 1,800 square feet, and they paid just a little below 300 for it.
300's hard, but yes, that's doable. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Uh, what was the interest rate? Do you know?
Uh, Not good, bro.
So
Like
they'll hopefully
5.56 or
when we
something.
get to JD or
Yeah, it was
whoever,
5.56 or something.
that's doable. That's doable.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people aren't even in that area, and they also had a VA loan, not a typical home mortgage loan.
That's right. And that's
Probably
what
not
Galen
8 or
and his wife
9%.
did. They went to the VA, and exercised their benefits and stuff and got a attractive rate and this, that, and the other. Coldwell Banker was asked, thought, yeah, it's going to be 9.5% for your mortgage. And I gotta say, dude, and I'm prejudiced because he's my son, but I gotta say, kudos to him at his generation that he realized it, understood it, and said, "No, we're not doing that."
Absolutely. So, I got one more thing for you. I know we have plenty of time, but I got one more thing for you because I'm really curious where you think this is going because I can tell you the young people don't give a fuck. The Epstein
Yeah,
files.
yeah,
The Epstein files. Where does that go? Because young people, young voters, don't give a fuck. It was
yeah.
some old boomer. They don't know the story. They don't give a shit. They want cheaper bills. They don't care. And so Thomas Massey or Marjorie Taylor Greene They give a shit what they're saying. They're like, just make my bills cheaper.
So man, it's hard to articulate. It's hard to articulate right now, Sean. If I'm
Well,
being
we might actually do a show sometime on what you've done in previous work and in that actual category of crime.
yeah,
What I'm getting at though is that they John JC texted me and I I texted him back. I was like, young, new
right.
voters don't listen to whether it's Megyn Kelly, whether it's Tucker Carlson, and you and
Yeah.
I might, but they don't listen to,
Oh, yeah.
and they think
Yeah.
Alex Jones is a douchebag. And I can keep going on and naming names. And it's not really about that. It's just it's a noise you hear is from people our age talking
And
about what idiots they are or how much they love them.
right.
It's that the young people don't even know who the fuck they are,
Yeah. You
or if
know, they
they
have
do,
no
they
point of
ignore
reference.
them.
Yep.
And if you and every revolution starts with young people. So you have to look at it and go, they're just shouting at clouds now, or
They really
shouting,
are.
"Get
That's
off
all
my
they're
lawn."
doing. Yeah.
Even the ones that we thought were really great, TV people, like Tucker. I'm not mad at Tucker. Tucker can go fuck himself, or he can do some good shit.
Yeah.
I like some of his interviews. I dislike some of his interviews. I really like it is what it is. I'm telling what my proposal is that nobody younger than me, I'm 48. Nobody younger than me listens to fucking Tucker Carlson. Nobody watches it.
No, but yeah, that's
Nobody.
right. I
So
listened to his podcast today for 2.5 hours without commercial interruption about Iran and Israel and Lebanon and all that.
how accurate do you think he was on all of that?
Well, I have to say, from my position, um, a lot of what he said was 100% accurate. There were some, things that he mentioned that I had no knowledge of. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, the dude was absolutely the smartest one on the podcast.
I don't disagree.
And the other thing too, Sean, is he pisses on Jack Keane, the general on Fox News, and he pisses on some of these other pundits on CNN, and he just says it like it is.
Hmm?
You guys are trying to make something political that's out of something that's not political. It's just not. That missile tube hanging underneath that bird is going to be, you know, uh, uh, what do they call it? It's got to be loaded up and ready to activate, no matter what you say or what you feel.
I can't disagree with that. I know Tucker has gone to a weird place.
He really has, right?
He has. For what it's worth, I have watched Tucker for a long time. And, I just last month got the notice that, oh, you resubscribed to TCN. I was like, well, fuck. I didn't know it was a automatic resubscribe. But I have it, but I don't watch him prolifically. I don't think he's the guy that I would watch to
Right.
understand where global politics are going. He
100%.
he does a really good job, it just kinda laying things out, but he's no, he's not the guy. Like, I would be the better guy, or Paul would be the better guy of explaining out what's going on in
Yeah.
global politics
Right.
than Tucker Carlson. And I do understand he's super fucking rich. I don't really give a shit about that. Capitalism, awesome. He should be super fucking rich. I really don't care. All I'm saying is
100% the guy should be a
that I
Brazilianaire, right?
all I'm saying is that I can verify information faster than his team and tell you what's going on. And when you look at what's going on the Strait of Hormuz, fuck you. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody.
Nobody. That's
Nobody.
exactly right,
And
Sean.
this is what's brilliant about Trump's second administration.
So
zero leaks.
So I can tell you definitively, and I think you realize my connections. They're like,
I have one question for you because my mom's like, well, what if China starts a fucking world war? I told Mom, I'll just say this before you answer. We've already defeated all of the technology in Venezuela, and then we defeated it again in Iran. And my mom was like, what does that even mean? I was like, we defeated it.
dude, I'm not going to say in this forum, Sean, but I think you get my drift.
Yeah, I do.
This is a lost leader, dude. There's no positive outcome for the United States. None. We don't even know how many jets and planes and helicopters have been shot down. There's no definitive number. I would suppose that it's more than what the media is telling you.
Yeah.
In my view, we're supposed to be the strongest, most ass-kicking defense on the face of the earth, and we can't even secure the Straits of Hormuz. Are you kidding me? We send 3 carrier groups down there, and we accomplish nothing. They're still blocking it. Okay. All right, motherfucker. You're a badass motherfucking American aircraft carrier group with 3 destroyers, an aircraft carrier, and 1 battleship, not to mention 2 littoral class, which patrols the shores, right? And you can't get it done? Get the fuck away from me, dude, with your bullshit.
When I know we're under a quote unquote partial fire. Oh, they call it a ceasefire, but it's a partial fire. I'm looking for the first time the U.S. military comes in and wins a fucking war. The last time they won one was in World War II. Do you think Trump will do it or no?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
He's gonna.
No, Sean. No. And I say that more confidently because JC's not here.
Listen. My problem is, and I was telling my mother this tonight. Is I watched Herbert Walker. I watched G-Dub. I watched Obama. And we've been doing this forever. And if Trump doesn't actually do it, that's not going to really necessarily change how I vote. It's just going to change my opinion of the U.S. military and my support of them. If you can't go in and fucking dominate,
just dominate.
They did.
They haven't done that.
Right, but then they said, okay, we'll take a pause. But then if Iran and all the proxies don't dominate, then Trump's asked for 1.5 billion in right for the military for the
so that's
I'm gonna be like a whole fuck you.
Yeah.
Either go in and win this shit, or no. Let's just die like the British is gonna die to Islam. Let's just everybody's gonna die. France is gonna die to Islam. You know, you're laughing, but you know I'm right.
No, Hold on, let me turn my light on. It got dark out here all of a sudden in Texas.
Listen, if Trump doesn't actually end Islam, we're fucked. We're all fucked. And I'm telling you that as I've known you for 4 years as a friend. We're fucked. If Trump won't do it, nobody's gonna do it. We're fucked. And there will be revolutions in places like obviously the United States, but also in England, and also in Israel. There's going to be revolutions all over the place. There's going to be war everywhere. So if Trump doesn't fucking end this shit, the entire globe is fucked.
The thing that gets me so much, Sean, is that we treat Israel like the greatest ally. But if you look back on history, they sunk the USS Liberty, which was a patrol intelligence gathering ship. They sunk that shit and killed a bunch of sailors. And now, we're trying to be allies with them and help in this and that. And what do? They send missiles into civilian areas in Beirut. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Fuck that shit. Bibi's got. Listen, we gotta get them guys under control.
I'm with you on Bibi's gotta go. I'm with you on Bibi's gotta go. But BB was gonna go before the last whatever mission he was on. BB is a wartime prime minister, and he's good at it. He's good at doing war.
Sure he is. Yeah, he's
But it's also the
yeah.
government in Israel is also different than ours, sort of, because it's a coalition style government. He only had like 30% of the vote, and he had to get other parties, other factions to
Yeah,
get him back in.
right.
He and to be honest, he's probably going to go to prison for life after his prime ministership.
Yeah.
That being,
He's screwed the pooch, bro.
yeah.
He really has.
Well, and it's a totally different government than the American government. It's a totally a populist government. And whatever. And I'm not here to save BB. Whether I like BB or not, I'm not here to save him because I
Right.
can't. I'm not Israeli. There's nothing I can do to help him. But I do believe he wants to kill terrorists. Whether that fucks up Donald Trump's
Come on,
plans or
man.
not, but I also to everybody like the Megyn Kelly class that say, "Well, we were drawn into this because of Israel." I'm gonna say no. From everything I see, that's
Right.
hilarious.
Right.
America did this because America wanted to do this. So
Yeah. My dinner's ready. I gotta go.
all right, man.
This was fun. I'm glad. I love that we just spontaneously do this sometimes. It's just great for me. It feels really good to me. I love it.
I think it's so much better than having like all of us have to work on it and
Yeah.
make sure we're ready every day.
Yeah. This is way better.
Right on, let's play it out.
All right, bro.